The question is, will we have a summer of peace? Now, most African American leaders, as you well know, African American leaders are reactionary. They react on stuff. They ain't proactive. A lot of them ain't. They always reacting, and they'll get on television. That's nice. They go for the photo op. But we need to be proactive. More proactive than reactive. I'm taping this segment of the show in April of 2012. It'll be May, it'll be June, it'll be hot before you know it here in Chicago. And it was warm for a few days in March, and they were just shooting up everybody left and right. We have to be proactive instead of reactive. So it really comes down to, are we going to keep our boys and our girls busy this summer? Or are we going to let them roam around and act like a fool? Let's go up Kerfoot. Let's go up Kerfoot. There you go. Let's make the turn here. That's Garrett Morgan Grammar School in the background. Garrett Morgan Grammar School. In fact, I really should go to the website. The Tribune has a really good, let me zoom in a little bit. The Tribune has a really good website. And also there's another website out of, I think, NIU or Northern Illinois University or something. Garrett Morgan Elementary School. Regular elementary school right here on Kerfoot. Not too far from Simeon, far south side. I don't have the statistics in front of me. I didn't want to go get them this morning. I'm just driving around letting y'all know that we need to be proactive instead of reactive. Proactive instead of reactive. If we don't keep our young boys and our young girls busy, and our teenage girls and teenage boys, our teenagers busy, they gonna get into trouble. Children gonna get locked up, go to jail, get beat down, get pregnant, make some babies over this summer. This spring, this winter, we have to keep these children and our grandchildren busy. The idle mind is the playground of the devil. It is the playground of the devil. I'm taping this segment of the show on Good Friday in the mornings, nice and peaceful in the morning on Good Friday. And Sunday morning, there'll be the preachers will be talking about the resurrection of Jesus. I can't say resurrection. You see why I didn't go to college? The resurrection of Jesus. But in church we talk about the resurrection of Jesus, but what about the resurrection of our old neighborhoods, the old African American neighborhoods, whether they are in the city or in the suburbs? A resurrection, a renaissance of the hood. Why don't we talk about that? Why don't we talk about that? Clean neighborhoods, safe neighborhoods with excellent schools. Clean neighborhoods, safe neighborhoods with excellent schools. Now these old neighborhoods, I'm coming up to Westcott Grammar School and Simeon, a few blocks away. People don't move into these neighborhoods. You move into these neighborhoods, let's say you move not because you really want to be here. You move into these neighborhoods, you stay in these neighborhoods by default. By default. That's Simeon over there. But that's Simeon High School. Near 81st, 83rd, and Vincennes on the far south side. Home to, I can't even name all the basketball players came out of the school. I think the people who are Simeon alum will tell you about all the basketball players, but they won't tell you about the entrepreneurs and the police officers and the fire. It's regular folks. See, most of us ain't gonna be no basketball players. We're just regular people. And we need to make our neighborhoods clean and safe with excellent schools. Okay, I made the turn. Here's Westcott School. I think it's a pretty good school. You know, for like, I don't have the statistics in front of me. I just came out of the house just driving around. I really should. And another shot of the school. That's a school bus. Oh, I don't know what school bus doing down here. This is a spring break, Good Friday. Good school, but like a lot of these schools in the, I don't have the statistics of Westcott or Simeon, but a lot of the schools in these neighborhoods, you may have some of the bad schools. You got 40% of the kids are doing well, maybe 50%. That means if 50% of the students are doing well, reading at grade level, math proficiency at grade level, that means the other 50% are struggling or they doomed. I mean, even in some of these low, quote-unquote lower income neighborhoods, a lot of the students, they do well. They do very well in school, but there's another half. Sometimes the school may be 60%. Sometimes school only 30% of the students are doing well. That means that, you know, preponderance, sometimes a majority of the students are struggling. Then the neighborhood struggles. That we struggle as a people, and the nation struggles. And of course, the number one factor that holds a kid down, we know that it's poverty, and does the family value education. Poverty and does the family value education. We know that. It is Simeon. That's the new Simeon. The old Simeon they knocked down years ago. We used to call it the cookie factory. This section, I don't know if this is probably called West Chatham. This little section here is nice. Always seemed to be nice. It's like a little enclave before you cross. This is between the Dan Ryan Expressway and Vincennes. So it's a nice little pocket here. Well-kept homes, good people. And remember, in most of these neighborhoods, even if you go across Vincennes over down 79th Street, most of the people in these neighborhoods are good people. Most of the African Americans are good people in this neighborhood. Middle class. Some people may consider them lower middle class or working class, but they're good people. But it's just a few of us that just that destabilize the whole community. Meaning these mamas. That's the problem, these mamas. And some of these grandmamas. Mamas and grandmamas. Say, you know, you can't say nothing bad about them black women. They get upset. But the problem of the black community are black women. Now I'm saying the problem with the black community are black women because when these African American women, when they teenagers, I don't care, they little girls or they big girls, they had these babies by these no good men, or they just want to have a baby and don't want to have the male influence over their child, and they grow up, then they raise boys who cause trouble in the neighborhood. It's very basic, y'all. It's very basic. I mean, I used to go to public schools and talk to little girls, and some of them were pregnant. And you talk to a little girl who's 15, 16 years old, who's pregnant. I said, what's the male influence you're going to have over your child? What about the baby's daddy? They said, what about the baby daddy? Yeah, what about the baby daddy? Here's the backside of Simeon. I don't even know what street I'm on. This ain't my neighborhood. I'm just rolling through. It's the backside of Simeon. So let me show you this house here. I really can't see it. The sun is in the eye, but almost every block in these older African American neighborhoods that have at least one house that is abandoned. Some neighborhoods have 2 or 3 houses that are abandoned. It's quite sad because of the economy and of course the deindustrialization of America, and also the family breakdown, because a lot of times it takes a family to maintain these houses. So if the family's broken down, you can't maintain the house, and here we is. Here we is. This is the backside of Simeon. This is the old gym room and whatnot. They got like 2 old gym rooms. They had a gym room, old gym room, and they built a new facility, like facility, I think it's a swimming pool or something. But they kept that and tore the old building down. Long story. I digress.